Hello, all you beautiful people out there. Well, a very good evening to each one of you. I am Mohini, your host for the evening today, and I welcome all of you on behalf of PSTV. Yes, guys, we are live yet another time and with another episode that is going to be definitely an episode filled with a lot of learning, a lot of fun, and yes, a lot of engagement. So, guys, stay tuned to our episode today. Yes, and before I move on and we dive into the session, let me just do like a quick check in with everybody here. I mean, we're almost through with Saturday, okay, and I would just want to know from all of you, how's your week been so far, guys? How's it been in terms of the episodes that we've delivered on PSTV? Of course, I've got a lot of feedback from you, a lot of love from so many of you over mail and over messages. But apart from that, I would really need to know from all of you, how has the week been? Okay, as far as the PSTV episodes are concerned, guys. So any thoughts on that? Please type in your answers right in the comment section, and I'm waiting everybody quickly. Just type in your thoughts, your responses, your answers, anything that you just want to put forward right before we start the session. All right, so I can see a lot of you are typing in, guys. Okay, and I'm just waiting to see what everybody has to say. Okay, so some of you say fabulous. Wow, thank you so much, and this is great. Okay, I'm getting amazing. I'm getting informative. I'm so glad that it's been informative. Some of you who saying engaging, lovely guys, happy. Okay, happy is a wonderful word to use. I'm so glad that Okay, so Ria is saying it brings a smile on my face. Lovely. So glad to hear that, Ria. I'm genuinely touched by that comment. Okay, so thank you. Delightful. Okay, I can see delightful. I can see great. I can see somebody saying it's been great fun. Thank you. All right, and trust me, I've had an equal amount of fun bringing these episodes every single day to all of you sitting right there at your homes, guys. Okay, it's been a complete pleasure, everybody. Okay. And I get eventful. Wow. I get fantabulous also there. Okay. I can read amazing. I can read great. I can see some emojis also there in the chat box. That is so nice. Okay. All right. Delightful again. I get informative again. Lovely, guys. And this is what really motivates us at PSTV to work so hard to bring these live sessions every single day of the week to all our viewers here. So thank you, and just keep showering us with all that love and all that lovely feedback that you have to offer every single time. Okay. Moving on, guys. Well, you and I are definitely on this gorgeous journey, and this journey is called Understanding the Art of Podcasting. And it's been a pleasure to know that this journey has been fruitful for a lot of you. Okay, all right, moving on to what's happening and what have we planned for you on this session today. So, of course, what's happening? We will start with Break the Ice, wherein I pose a single question to you, which has two options, and you've got to tell me your correct option, the option that you want to choose. So, it's basically this or that for all of you, all right? And moving on, after that, we have today's agenda. Okay, like we discussed in the last episode, that we have a new theme alert. Yes, guys, it is the history based theme for this week. Okay, that will obviously move forward into the next week as well, because we will be having the next session on Monday. So we'll be continuing with that theme in itself. And after that, of course, we have a history of podcasting, and then we have a fun activity for everybody right here. So please stay tuned, all of you. Okay. Of course, moving on, we have why is history important. Okay, so a lot of you put in this question to me, that why are we talking about a history podcast, and what is the relevance of a history podcast, and why history. So I thought of why not bringing this forward to all of you, that why history, what is the benefit of history, why is history important, okay, as students, as kids, as young children. Why is history important to us, guys? Okay, moving on, we have another fun activity. So this is fun activity number 2, guys, for all of you. Okay, so you've got to stay tuned to this episode because it's a Saturday episode, and we've planned a lot of fun activities for all of you right here. Okay, after that, we will do a quick recap of the learning, and of course, before we close the session for today, I give out the fun things for homework. Yes. All right, guys, and let's just move on and take the plunge. Okay, so this or that, omelette or scrambled eggs. That's my first option to all of you. So come on, tell me what's your choice. Do you like omelette or scrambled eggs? Well, I'm somebody, I think I'll go with omelets, okay? And I kind of like both, so I'm comfortable in that zone. But yeah, if given a choice, I think I'll prefer my omelets with all the veggies in place. I love that. That's one of my personal favorite dinner options, okay? So tell me your thoughts. What are your thoughts? So I'm getting omelets here, lovely. Okay, I'm getting a few scrambled eggs also here. Great, guys, thank you. So it's more like again a mixed bag that I'm getting. Okay, mixed responses. But I can see that a majority of you here also like omelets. Yeah, I know that omelets are a favorite with a lot of kids. Okay, my kid loves it too. So I know that. Okay, especially cheese omelets. Yeah, is there anything better, guys? Yes. And I get a thumbs up and the heart emojis for the cheese omelets. Yes. All right. Moving on to the next question. Pancakes or waffles? Okay. So pancakes or waffles. You know, when I was actually looking at this question, I didn't know what to respond. Yeah. Because I was so stuck. I'm such a fan of all the sweet things that, we have around us, that all these delicacies that I don't think I would be able to choose, okay, pancakes or waffles. But again, after thinking for quite some time, I thought maybe like a slight preference towards waffles, okay. My Nutella or brownie overloaded waffles with a lot of strawberries in place. So yeah, that's something that I love, and I thoroughly enjoy. So yes, of course, my option is a waffle. So, what is your option now, everybody? Okay. Yes, and I get the hearts for the waffles also. Wow. Okay, lovely. Thank you for putting that in. Okay, and I'm getting a lot of hearts for pancakes also. Okay, I'm getting a lot of again love for the waffles, waffles, waffles. Everybody's saying waffles. Okay. So I think the majority here goes with waffles. Good, I'm happy, okay, because that is my choice as well, guys, and lovely. And some of you also like pancakes, they're great also. Lovely, guys. Thank you for those responses. Moving on. Fancy car or a fancy house? So come on, quickly tell me. A fancy car or a fancy house? I think I would go with a fancy car maybe. And maybe I can convert that car of mine into a house. Yeah? How would that be? Yeah? Great idea. And maybe I can travel the world in that car of mine. Yeah? Convert it to anything. If it's a fancy car, I can convert it, and we'd have a good time roaming around and exploring new places in that car. Yes, that is what is my thought. Okay, when I saw this question, that I would definitely go with a fancy car. So come on, tell me your thoughts, everybody. Okay. Yes, yes, a caravan, definitely. Some of you are saying caravan. Somebody saying like a fancy house. Lovely, guys. Okay, so I'm getting so many responses, and it's again like a mixed bag. Somebody saying a huge mansion. Somebody saying a castle. Okay, lovely, great, great responses. So it's again like a mixed bag here that's coming in. All right. Okay. Moving on to the next question that I have here. Vacation, activities or relaxing? Well, when I was framing this question, I could just see that if somebody asked me this question maybe 5 years before, 5 to 6 years before, it would definitely be activities, activities, and more activities. Okay, because all my vacations earlier used to be just about exploring places and just taking a map in my hand and just roaming around places. I've done that for so many places. But yes, as a mother and post, my kid, I think I would choose the relaxing vacation more, because with kids, I think they are more settled at a certain place and they like to enjoy. At least my kid does that. He likes to enjoy, the surroundings where he is staying. So of course, now I really, really look forward to vacations that are relaxing and where I don't have like an agenda in place and I can just you know relax at my own pace. Okay, so that is something that I really love. All right. So a lot of you are saying activities, okay. A lot of you are saying relaxing also. So, but I can see a majority of you are saying activities, okay. So more like the active, gang is here, okay. So everybody is good to go and have a good time during the vacations. That's great, guys. That's great. All right. So moving on to the next question that I have here: horror movie or comedy? What's your take, guys? For me, among the two, I think I would definitely go ahead with comedy. Horror movie is something that I just cannot get myself to watch. I'm too scared actually to sit down and watch a horror movie. So I think I will go ahead with comedy. That would be my choice for sure. What about you guys? What about your choices? So yeah, some of you are saying comedy, some of you are saying horror, a lot of you are saying horror, in fact. Okay, not bad. A lot of you enjoy horror, is it? Okay, great, great. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for all those responses. Okay, you all have been such a lovely, responsive audience, and I just request all of you to please keep that energy going and please keep responding. I really like my chat box flooded with all your answers, everybody. Okay. Okay. So moving on to today's agenda, what are we going to be discussing today? What have I planned for you today? And let us have a look to today's agenda. Okay. So today's agenda is about the history of podcasting, and this is because the last time the theme that I gave out to all of you was about you know the history podcast, guys. Okay, and since we've got the history podcast as a new topic, so before just taking the plunge with that topic and jumping into the main topic of history, the main content basically, we are going to get a glimpse about the history of podcasting. And when I was framing this, I was wondering, I said, why have I not given it out in my episodes as of now? And maybe I was just waiting for the right time, and no better time when we just dive in with the history podcast. Right before diving into the history podcast, we are going to be discussing about the history of podcasting. It's one field that everybody out here who's actually attending this session today is passionate about. Okay, definitely. If anything, all of you definitely want to become podcasters in the future. You guys are already working on your podcasting journey. So definitely it is important that you understand about the history of podcasting. Where do the roots of podcasting lie, guys? Okay. So all yours right here, everybody, and let's just move on. Okay. So what is the history of podcasting? Okay. Well, podcasting previously also known as audio blogging. Okay, so it was actually known as audio blogging, has its roots dating back to the 1980s, guys. Okay, and with the advent of broadband internet access and portable digital audio playback devices such as the iPod, the podcasting began to catch hold in late 2004. So it's been a concept that has been in place from the 1980s, but it's only been into the late 2004 that it started to gather a little momentum, I would say. Okay, and today there are more than 1,15,000 English language podcasts available on the internet, guys. Isn't that like a whooping number? Okay, that's a huge number, all right? And there are so many of them, and even more than this number. Okay, they're obviously more than this number that I've just mentioned to all of you, and it's actually available on the internet and on a number of websites available for distribution at little or just about no cost to the producer or to the listener. There are hardly any podcasts that you see who ask you to subscribe. Okay, most of them are for free. You can listen to them for free. Okay, moving on. Well, the precursors. Okay, now here. Okay, well, the World Wide Web in the 1980s, the RCS, okay, the Radio Computing Services provided music and talk related software to radio stations in a digital format. Okay, and before online music digital distribution, the MITI format as well as the M-Bone multicast network was used to distribute audio and video files as well. Okay, so before the advent of the World Wide Web that we have, the www, this was how it worked. Okay, the M-Bone basically was a multicast network over the internet used primarily by educational and research institutes, but they were all about audio talk programs. Okay, that was there. The audio talk programs were always there. Okay, all right. Moving on. Well, and of course, the websites in the mid 1990s provided a system for sorting and selecting music or audio files and segue announcements of different digital formats. And there were only a few websites that provided audio subscription services as well. Okay. Now, in the 1993, the early days of internet radio, Carl Malamud basically launched talk radio, which was the first computer radio talk show, each week interviewing a computer expert. Okay, so it was more like a computer radio talk show. That's how it started. Okay, and each week interviewing a computer expert, basically. Moving on. Well, and if you can see, we've also put in a lot of pictures for better understanding of the podcast history, guys. Okay, and independent of the development of podcasting via RSS, a portable player and music download system had been developed at Compact Research as early as 1999 or 2000 called Pocket DJ. And it would have been launched as a service for the personal jukebox or a successor, the first hard disk based MP3 player, basically. All right. Now, moving ahead. Well, a number of these shows, basically they had these downloadable audio shows, such as the comedy show, the Dan and Scout show, available on AOL.com from 1996. And additionally, in 1998, radio station from the University of Santiago, Chile, basically explored the option to broadcast online and on-demand streaming the talk shows. Okay. However, the development of downloaded music did not reach a critical mass until the launch of Napster, which is another system of aggregating music, but without the subscription services provided by podcasting or video blogging aggregation client or system software, guys. Okay. Moving ahead. Well, of course, now there is the appliance technologies of San Francisco, California, introduced the replay radio, and which was later renamed into a replay AV, TiVo-like recorder for the internet radio shows. Okay, and besides scheduling and as well as recording audio, one of the features was a direct download link which would scan a radio publisher's site for new files and copy them directly to a PC's hard disk. Okay, and the first radio show to publish in this format was basically the Web Talk Guys World radio show, which was produced by Rob and Dana Greenlee. Okay, so is it clear, guys? This is just like a little glimpse into the history of podcasting. Of course, if you want more details, you can go and search on the same. You get a lot of details in the net as to how podcasting came into place and who were the forerunners before that. Okay, all right. Moving on. Oh, yes. And now, after the history of podcasting, because it's our weekend episode, we do have a lot of fun activities. So, this is fun activity number one, guys. All right. So, everybody, let's just brace yourselves for the fun activity that I have for everybody out here. Okay. So, what about a little general knowledge today? Can we do general knowledge today, guys? Come on, quickly in the comment section. I need to hear from all of you. Can we do, general knowledge today? Some questions on general knowledge. Are you like fans of general knowledge? Anything? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, lovely. I'm getting a lot of yes, yes, yes. So that means that I've made a good choice with picking up general knowledge questions for today's fun activity, everybody. Okay, so everybody, your first question is right here. The tallest building in the world is located in which city? So come on, tell me. The tallest building in the world is located in which city? So I can see a lot of you are thinking. I can see a lot of you are trying to type in. All right. Okay, I've got the correct answers also here. Some of you are saying New York, some of you are saying USA, some of you are saying Los Angeles, some of you are saying Dubai, some of you are saying Australia, Dubai, okay, again, New York is there, all right. And I think I should give it out because a lot of you are also correct, okay. Well, the tallest building is situated in Dubai. It's the Burj Khalifa, guys. Yes, okay. And I think most of you got this right. Some of you did not get this right. So for those who did not get this right, there is a next question. Okay. So moving on to the next one. How many actors have played the role of James Bond? So any guesses? How many actors have played the role of James Bond, guys? Come on. So I can see a lot of you are typing in. Okay. So I'm getting two. Okay, that's more than two, all right. And I'm getting three there. Okay, I'm getting four there. Okay, and okay, I am getting five also. I'm getting basically now I started to get all sorts of numbers. Okay, in the chat box, all the numbers, all the possible numbers. Okay, so some of you also saying nine, some of you also saying eight, some of you also saying seven. Okay, and I think I should not make you wait any longer and reveal the answer is nine. Everybody, yes, that is the answer. Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay. What company is also the name of one of the longest rivers in the world? So, yes, the longest river in the world actually shares its name with one of the companies. And which company would this be, guys? It is a very popular company, and that's a hint for all of you. Okay. So, quickly tell me in the chat box which company would this be? Okay, I can see a few of you have given me the correct options. So let me see. Okay, some of you are saying Nile also, some of you are saying Amazon. So I'm getting two answers. It's Amazon or Nile. Okay, let's see. It is Amazon. It is precisely Amazon. And yes, a majority of you did get that correct. Good thinking, everybody. I'm glad I put these GK questions. It's a good test. And everybody is doing well in this test. Okay, lovely. Moving on. What does GIF stand for? Now, guys, we've been using GIF all this while. What is the full form of GIF? Okay, has anybody researched on this? Come on, quickly tell me in the chat box if you know what is the full form of GIF. Come on. Okay. All right. So I'm getting the first one is graphics. Graphics. Everybody's written graphics, and the rest of it is wrong. Okay. Whatever answers I can see as of now. So come on, better try. Okay. Think more. Okay, all right. A few of you are typing in, so I will just take a second and then reveal the answer, guys. Yes, the correct answer right here is graphics interchange format. Okay, so the graphic bit was right, everybody, and the rest is right here. So now you know, and you can test your friends using this question. Okay, all right. So it's graphics interchange format. Okay, and now moving on. What currency is used in Turkey? So come on, tell me, what is the currency that is used in Turkey? All right. Wow, and I'm so glad to see that I see at least four to five correct answers in my chat box right away. Okay, this is amazing, guys. All right, and I think I should just give it out and not make you wait. It is the Turkish lira. Yes, a lot of you got that correct. Brilliant. Okay, guys, and yes. So we are through with the general knowledge questions. And did you have a good time attempting those questions? Send me any emoji in the chat box quickly. That just tells me that yes, you had a good time. Okay, so I can see the hearts, I can see the grins, I can see the smiles, and I can see the high fives also. Lovely, lovely, everybody. Thank you so much for responding so well and participating in all the questions, everybody. Okay. And now, like I mentioned at the start of the episode, we would be discussing about why is it important to study history. Okay, why is it important to study history, basically? And this is, I decided that I should be sharing this with all of you because we all are going ahead and moving ahead towards framing a history podcast. And so I think it's important to know that why, as students, what relevance does history have in our life? How is it important to us? Yes. Okay, and tell me, how many of you actually love history? Okay, how many of you do? Quickly, tell me. Okay, so I'm getting the thumbs up for history. Of course, when you are attending a history-based podcast, I'm sure the majority out here loves history, and so do I. Okay, I love history myself. Okay, and okay, so moving on, guys, the reasons why it is important to study history, basically. Okay, so the benefits of studying history: develop an understanding of the world. The first and foremost benefit is that through history we get to learn about how the past societies, the systems, the ideologies, the governments, cultures, technologies were actually built, how they came into existence, and how they operated, and how they have changed over time, right? History gives you a glimpse into how these things have also changed. Okay, a lot of you are still sending me me's, okay, responses saying that yes, it is me. I know that all of you love history, and I'm so glad that you're here. Okay. All right. So, of course, developing your knowledge of history means developing your knowledge of all these different aspects of life, everybody. Okay. And of course, as kids, we can learn about the pillars upon which different civilizations were built, including cultures and people different from their own, basically. Okay, so history, in totality, really helps us develop an understanding and insight of the world. Okay, moving on. While history helps us become a more rounded person. Okay, it is history is full of stories. Okay, it's about a lot of stories, and some of these stories are actually very motivating. These stories are really inspiring and they're uplifting. Some of them are, of course, they're chaotic and they're immoral. Okay, they tell us that what you're not supposed to do, what is not right. And once you tap into the vivid realm of history, there are so many vital lessons that we can learn. We've all learned so many lessons from history. Okay, what to do, what to not do, what's right, what's wrong. Okay, and history actually encourages a deeper understanding of differences as well. There are lessons, both good and bad, to be learned from the way our ancestors have actually interacted with other people who have different ways of living, guys. Okay, so there are a lot of lessons that we as individuals can actually draw from history. A lot of lessons as to what we should do, a lot of lessons of what we are not supposed to do. Okay, and of course, that really aids us to become a better person in every sense, become a more rounded person. Yes, moving on to the next point that we have here. Understand identity. Okay, now history is where you learn about how the greatest of institutions are formed, how they've contributed to where we are today. Okay, a lot of these institutions, guys, we just get to know that how are these institutions actually formed, how they came into existence, and finding who we are and what mark we can make on the world is actually a huge part of growing up. It's always been for me. I've been really personally influenced by history in a lot of ways. Okay, and allowing as kids, just to allow ourselves to learn about the identity of our particular countries, the nation that we stay in, the country that we are a part of. Actually, one way of facilitating that you really do understand your identity. You have your own identity when it comes to history, when you get to know where you belong to. Okay, and you own it, you're proud of your identity. Everybody is. We all from different parts of the world today, we are sitting here, but we all have our own individual identities and we are all proud of it. And how did we get to know about these identities of ours? It's only been through history, guys. Yes. Okay, now moving on to the next one. is become inspired. Okay, now all the historical stories can actually serve to inspire individuals to greatness, and history remembers brilliant people and the heroic acts that have changed the shape of nations, of countries. Okay, everything has changed, and history salutes these heroes that we talk about and we listen to so regularly. Okay, we read about so regularly as far as history is concerned, and you get a huge amount of motivation from actually learning about the inspirational events that make up where we are today, basically. All right, now moving on, guys. Learning from mistakes. And like I said, that history tells us what to do and what not to do as well, okay? And those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. George Santayana's quote is actually one of academia's most cited and paraphrased lines. Okay, that those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it, guys. Okay, and this basically explains perfectly why everybody should just study history. Okay, you should know history as part of your curriculum and even otherwise as part of your interest. Okay, the past is filled with warning signs. It just tells you if you're going wrong, if there's something that you're doing is actually a mistake, it's something that you're not supposed to do. And we must be able to reflect on the events that built up to them. Learn from the mistakes made and resist and question if we see similar patterns emerging. Okay, so that something that has gone, wrong in the past. Okay, you have some data there. You have something in history to look back to, and if you know that you can see a similar pattern today, you can raise a question to that. That you can put this forward, that maybe we're not going on the right track. Okay, and that is been one of the greatest benefits of history. Okay, you have so much past data available, and wherein you can easily figure out and learn from the mistakes that have been made in the past. Okay, the past generations, our ancestors, whatever mistakes have been made, we definitely get to know that through history, and we ensure that we of course don't repeat those mistakes, guys. All right, moving on to the next one that we have for you here. Well, it is develop transferable skill, guys. Okay, so develop transferable skills. History is basically a respected academic pursuit that challenges the intellect. It challenges our intellect, guys. Okay, and all of us as students must analyze information that may have one clear interpretation before offering a balanced conclusion, everybody. Okay, and critical thought is at the heart of every challenging intellectual pursuit, basically. So develop transferable skills. Okay, this is another benefit of history. So guys, did you have a good time understanding and reading about all these varied benefits of actually studying history? And are you more interested about the history theme podcast now? After understanding the benefits of studying history, everybody, can I get some comments in the chat box one more time from everybody? Okay, just type in yes if you guys are excited about the history theme podcast now. Quickly. All right. So I'm getting a lot of yes. I'm getting a lot of thumbs up. I'm getting a lot of high fives as well. Lovely, everybody. And thank you for putting that forward. Okay, so moving on now. Now let's see. Oh yes, and because it's our weekend episode, we have a fun activity again for you this time, everybody. We have fun activity number 2, basically. All right. So please stay tuned, everybody, and attempt this fun activity. Okay. Moving on. Picture puzzles. Yes, we have something called the picture puzzles for everybody out here. Okay, so you've got to have the rule is that you have to look at the screen very carefully. Okay, because it's a picture puzzle. Okay, it's something that you will be able to locate in the picture itself only when you carefully see. All right, so everybody, like I always say, all ears here. Now this time, all eyes also here on your screen. Okay, everyone. So here goes the first picture puzzle, everybody. Okay, so the first one here is, which teacher is dead out here? Okay, so out of all these teachers, do you think any teacher is dead? Which teacher is dead? Quickly. So everybody is giving me question marks. Really, all of them look alive. Okay, that's what Sahil is saying. Okay, Justin is also giving me question marks. Think, guys, you got to think differently. Okay, it's a picture puzzle, so you have to think a little differently. You can't be thinking straight here as usual. Come on. So I can see a lot of you are giving me the think emojis. Okay, the thoughts are coming in. One of you has got it correct as of now, and I'm so glad to see that. Okay, and Varsha here is saying the one sitting. Okay, all right, the one sitting. And why do you think it is the one sitting, Varsha? If you can tell us that as well. And Sanjukta here is still thinking. Okay, she's wondering what is the correct answer. Okay, so I'll give you a minute, guys, and you can still keep thinking on this one, keep pondering on this one. Tell me which teacher is dead, basically. Okay. All right. And okay, so I do get a few correct answers. Well, it is definitely the girl in the red shirt. Okay. Because she's actually eating a sandwich that looks like it's years old. Okay. And that might just kill her, basically. All right. So look at the sandwich, okay, that she's having. Yes, okay, and that is the reason. So a few of you did get this correct. Congratulations. And for the others, don't lose heart because we have a few more picture puzzles for you. Okay? So quickly now, this one. That's your next picture on the screen. And I hope everybody, the picture is clear. Can I get a show of hands in the comment section quickly if the picture is clear to all of you? Okay. All right, great. So tell me, what is wrong here? What's wrong in this picture? Any guesses? So, okay, I can see a lot of you are thinking because I can get the question marks again. I can again get the think emojis. It's going to take you a while, guys. It's not going to strike that easily. You have to really look at the pictures, okay? Use your senses. Yes, use your senses, everybody. Okay. All right, and I think a few have got this correct. The necklace, all right, and I do get the woman is not wearing a necklace. Lovely, you guys are quick, huh? This time with this one. Great. All right, so guys, well, the woman who's looking in the mirror is not wearing a necklace, basically. So all of you are correct. Good thinking, everyone. And now, time for the next picture puzzle that I have for all of you here. Now, here, look at the picture carefully and tell me what's wrong with this picture. Is there something wrong with this picture? Okay, and as soon as the picture flashes, the first response that I get here is the shock emoji. Okay, and the think emoji. That is the first thing. The question marks also keep popping up. Okay, and after that, I start getting the answers. So everybody's thinking loud and clear. I know that everybody's thinking. Okay, good, good to know that, guys. So come on, type in your answers. What do you think is wrong here? Okay, and I can see. All right, there are again question marks. There's not any correct answer as of now that I can share because I can't see any right answer. I think a lot of you are still wondering and thinking. Okay, so maybe I can give you guys a second more. I'm still waiting for the correct answers. Is there anything wrong with the picture? That is another question that has popped up on the screen. Of course, there is something wrong with the picture, Leo, and that's the reason that I put it as a picture puzzle. Okay, so you've got to attempt this one. Okay, all right. So come on, tell me what is wrong here. What is wrong with the picture, guys? Okay, so I think I should reveal this because nobody as of now has given me the correct answer. Okay, so I'm going to give it out to all of you out here. Well, the answer is the kids have 4 slices of pizza in their hands, but only 3 pieces are actually missing from the pizza box. Okay, all right. Yes, that is the correct answer, and I can see one correct answer now after I've given it out. But I think you typed it in earlier, so I'll still show it. Yes, the pizza slice is supposed to be one less. Congratulations, Varsha. Well said. Okay. All right. Lovely. Okay. So moving on, guys. And yes, I can. A lot of you are also requesting me to show me the picture. I'll show them the picture one more time. I will show it to all of you so you can have a look for your own self. Yes. Okay. And I get the laughs out here. So I think a lot of you have figured it out what's wrong in the picture now. All right. Moving on, guys. So now, guys, that was fun activity number 2 for all of you. Did you enjoy the picture puzzles? Any emoji that just tells me that yes, you enjoyed the picture puzzles. Come on, quickly in the chat box, everyone. So I get the fire emoji, I get the thumbs up, okay, I get the dance emojis also. Lovely, lovely, guys. I'm so glad, okay. All right. Lovely. So I'm so glad that all of you liked these picture puzzles. And of course, we have reached the end of our episode, and now it's time for a quick recap. What did we discuss in today's episode? We started off by talking about the history of podcasting, because of course that is something that the history theme is something that we are taking forward, for the next week, starting Monday. Okay, and that's what I thought, that what better timing to actually introduce my thoughts and some insights about the history of podcasting to everybody, right? And after that, of course, we discussed about the benefits of studying history. Okay, and I'm sure that by now all my history lovers are all geared up for the history theme podcast next week. Are you guys excited? Type in excited one more time, everybody, quickly. I want to see excited in my chat box right away, everyone. Okay, so I've been excited, quickly, quickly. I'm waiting, everybody. Okay, so I can see a lot of fire emojis. I can see excited, lovely. All that is coming in. Thank you, guys. And of course, a quick recap. Even I'm equally excited to be bringing these sessions to all of you. Okay, for all of you, especially, I'm getting the hearts also. Thank you so much. Thank you for all that love. All right, and of course, the homework, guys. Go through the benefits of history, and of course go through the history of podcasting. And like I said, if you want to go through in detail, you can of course go ahead and search a little more to understand the art of podcasting in an improvised manner. Definitely, yes, everybody. Okay, because that is what our journey is all about. We are understanding the art of podcasting every single day. Okay, and of course, moving on, let me just disclose before I close the session for today that what's next, what are we doing next. And I think most of you know this by now. Of course, guys, we are talking and we are discussing about history podcasting, and I will be bringing that session forward to you in the next week. And we will be talking about history podcasting along with some podcast ideas also for all of you, and for all of you who are enthusiastic about the history theme podcast. So, guys, that's all from my end today. And, have a lovely, lovely Sunday, everybody. Have a good weekend. Relax yourselves and gear up for the sessions next week at PSTV. Yes, we'll be bringing you these sessions live every single day, even during the next week. So, all of you have a good weekend. Take good care, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye bye.